I wanted to talk about one last thing before we wrap up the show for today. And I know this is a bit controversial, obviously, but you in your trucks and certain
My
things you've
trucks.
done, yeah, except right. Some of the things you've done late at night, you've had a couple beers too many, maybe, and you're in that.
Oh,
truck
that's
of
my
yours.
kind of night.
Right. That's awesome.
Drinking tons of beer.
And exactly, right. That's your lifestyle, which I totally accept that. That's awesome, bro. We each have our own little thing we do. But basically, some of your antics, for lack of a better word, some of the things you've done when you've had a couple beers too many.
Right.
You've had some run-ins with law enforcement, and there have been some controversies with that in the news. Highly
I don't know what you heard on the news, but that story where I stole the
right.
Tasmanian devil from the zoo, that's not true.
I mean,
I put him right back. Okay. I only borrowed him.
To be fair, there was video footage from the zoo surveillance cameras of you actually stealing it with a couple drunk buddies of yours. But I want to talk about specifically
I don't know
one
where
incident.
you're getting this crap from.
And I know you went in court for a couple of months about this, but and I hate to bring it up.
They're only doing that because they're trying to take away my money.
They're
trying to ruin my image.
I gotta bring up the most
I'm a
infamous.
macho man, and I may be all about trucks and guns, but I have a heart. Okay,
I know, dude.
I have a heart,
dude.
and I know what's going around around me, and I know,
dude. For me,
that all this stuff is just false,
dude. For me, it's all about the hearts. Okay, it's all about hearts. Their hearts, people's hearts. I want to connect to their hearts. Okay, so I can totally relate. But I gotta bring it up. I gotta bring up the most infamous example, the DUI. The hit and run. You were accused of hitting somebody and driving away with your truck, and you killed them on impact because you were driving about 30 over the speed limit, and you were drunk. And I know, hey, dude, I believe you're innocent.
It was some dumb old dame running in front of a stoplight.
Okay.
She should have used a crosswalk button. Not that those even work, but.
But I just got asked, what was that like going through?
Dumb broad got what was coming for her.
Okay, hey, that's your view. So I just want to know what that was like. Your experience with being in court, having to face these charges. They're threatening to put you in jail.
She's still collecting money from me. I'll have you know that.
I'm sure. Yeah, and your musical career is on the line here. You might not be able to write songs for another 25 years at least, bro. So I want to know what that process was like of being in the court and things like that. Could you explain that?
Yeah, they just, falsely accused me. They're just bringing all this erroneous evidence against me, trying to make me out to be some dumb hick.
Right.
Not that I'm particularly smart, but trying to make me out just to be some reckless driver.
Right. And dude, they always stereotype. They always stereotype with, dumb hick, or you're just a southern this, or all you care about is trucks and beer and women.
It's all false.
Just trucks and beer and women. And obviously that's not true.
I mean, not that
I
don't care about that stuff. I highly value that, and I love it. But
right.
There's more to life,
Right. Clearly, you care a lot more about just music and chicks and beer and trucks. There's a lot more to do. You're much deeper than that. You're a much deeper person than that.
Still waters, but very deep.
Right. Placid waters, but a deep ocean of depth. Much like Cody. Cody's more of a deep ocean along with the vastness of space. That would probably kind of typify his mind, but just threw that in there. Always think of Cody when I think of deep oceans and mystery and vagueness. I always think of Cody. But hey, anyway, dude, it was great talking to you today. I appreciate you coming on the show. Appreciate this.
Hey, whenever you're out in South Carolina, whenever you're out in Raleigh, sometime you should go and see me.
Oh, dude, I totally will. Usually don't like the weather
people,
there.
Hurling truck batteries, but aside from that, you should
it's
come
always a danger. Always a danger. I'm more of the type of person who stays in the cold, kind of rainy, dismal, trendy hipster weather of like Seattle. I don't really go down south, but hey, if I'm going down that way, I'll totally stop by and say hi. But dude,
you should come to one of my catfish dinner swamp parties.
Dude, that sounds awesome.
Where we have a bunch of half naked girls right around.
Okay. Well, I'm not really into that. More like hipster type clothing.
Then
not
I have
really
my
into
truck.
the whole. Yeah, okay. Hey, sounds
Parked in
good.
the middle of where I'm like spying on people. You should come to one of those parties.
I'll consider that. I'm
Cops
not
might
gonna,
break in, but it's
yeah, I'm not
definitely
gonna
worth the fun.
probably because this is being recorded. I'm not sure if I should agree to that, but hey, that sounds awesome. You can do what you want. Everybody can live the way they want. That's awesome. But hey, dude, appreciate you being on the show, and this kind of completes the musical trifecta of you and Cody and Rumblebee. So that's awesome. And dude, hey, I hope we talk later. Hope you come on the show again. And
Oh, I will.
yeah, exactly.
Release
That's
some
awesome.
more albums.
Oh,
Keep
dude,
trucking on.
dude, keep pumping those things out. Those are awesome. I'm not really a country music fan, more of into the kind of indie, depressing, rainy barn hipster type stuff. But that's my style. But hey, I'll listen to your stuff as soon as you keep pumping out those albums. So that's awesome. But hey, we appreciate you being on the show today, and you have a good day, dude.